Whoa, Jesus, what happened? Oh, geez. Hello, welcome back. We're watching Watchmen, episode 8. My goodness, we're going really, really close to the end of the series. I can't believe it. There's only one more episode for the rest of this show. So let me do a real quick recap. We got a bit of Angela's backstory. No, we got Angela's backstory, basically. Most of it. Now we know why she's called Sister Night. And her tragic death of her parents. Also, she met her grandma. But her grandma also did not take her home. So we don't know how she actually got back to the States. Although I think it had something to do with Cal. Had to be. I think she said that, actually. She did say something about that. She met Cal while she was in Vietnam, right? And then he, oh. You know, I just thought of something. Since Dr. Manhattan wasn't on Mars, it makes me wonder if he felt bad about what he did to the Vietnamese people. So he came back to Vietnam. Like as a way to atone for his sins. If he felt bad, so he came back to do something for them. And then he ended up meeting Angela. And he ended up meeting Angela and they fell in love. And he had to become human because otherwise he wouldn't be able to. As a blue god, you cannot function as a human being. So he had to erase his memory so they could be together. He could become human somehow, and all that. I don't know why he had to. Why did he have to be a black guy? I don't know. Since why wouldn't he change back into his old self? Okay, but I think that's how it worked out. I think he was in Vietnam because he felt bad, like in Terminator Dark Fate. If you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. She is tired. She was going through a nostalgia treatment, and nostalgia is definitely a big part of this whole thing. I know it because it has been played so many. It has been a big part of several episodes now. This nostalgia pills has been a part of the show since episode 2, I'd say. Maybe even earlier. I'm not sure. But the mention of the pills, but the pills are brought up in episode 2, and they've been playing a part ever since. So that would suggest to me that the pills, nostalgia is definitely a big part of this. What's gonna be the final. Also, how he was able to. There was a whole episode on the pills, so of course it's gonna be that big a deal. Oh, my hair look crazy now. Oh yeah, Angela is hooked up to an elephant. Oh, what the heck is that? I don't know what that's about. I did think about it afterwards, and I did think about the fact that elephants don't forget. That could be part of that. But that's all I got. Otherwise, I'd have no idea what the heck that's about. I'm hoping that there's more to it than that. Maybe there's some big conspiracy with her being part elephant. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. Don't know how to take that one at all. That is just a what the F moment because there was no. As far as I can tell, there's never been an elephant in this series yet. So that was just the weirdest thing in the world. Adrian Veidt is on trial. He's been there for a year. So he's been out there for at least 5 years. And he fired as his final testimony. And then he got sentenced by pigs to he's guilty. We're still waiting to see how his story is gonna tie into everything. But there was a theory going around, and I wish it was my own, but I know I had read it somewhere, of course, that he might be, you know, he might be Lady True's father. Largely because she mentions how she wants both. When she releases the Millennium Clock, she wants both her parents to be there. That suggests that situation because Angela brought up your dad's here too, and she said he will be. If that's not an indication of the Adrian being the father, she also has his gold statue in her garden, suggesting it's more than an admiration. It is her father. That's why she already has her mom as a clone, as a child, which is just all kinds of weird. But you add the old man, Grandpa Ozymandias, into it, and it just kind of goes off the rails. So weird. But you combine that with and then maybe what he said in his recording was "save me, daughter." Actually makes a lot of sense now. But then there's also the theory going around that she could be the comedian's daughter, since the comedian had a baby with a Vietnamese lady, but then shot her. If she had survived, she may have had the baby, or they cut the baby out. But seems far fetched and doesn't seem. I mean, you have Laurie Blake here, and all that, so there's always a possibility she has a sister. No. Wait, how does this work? Yeah, I mean she would have had a sister. But that's weird. And Lady Chu looks nothing like Ozymandias, but she's Asian, so she got all the Asian parts. But I don't know. But that's looking like the most likely possibility, cause especially when she mentioned her parents coming to the thing. Unless she's bringing back the comedian. But we've been seeing so much of Ozymandias every episode. I mean, every episode is a little bit of him. I think that's what it's leading up to. Ozymandias is Lady True's father. Now, what did she find in the? What was the thing that landed in space that crashed to the Earth that she said was hers? That could be him. It's possible that is in the future, because we don't know what time period that was in. It's possible when she made that deal is actually the future, and when he finally gets back to Earth, you're going to see that same scene again from his point of view, and then you continue. Could be that. That could be it. I don't know what else she found crash landing from space. Don't know. Because that would explain it, because she knew he was coming. She had planned the escape or something like that. I don't know. And also, I think the Millennium Clock seems to be tied to nostalgia. That's what it sounds like to me. She was talking about how the nostalgia pills and her regret because people were stuck in reliving their pain. So it sounds to me that her idea of saving the world is to hypnotize everybody with a giant flashlight, that like a giant deneuralizer, like from epilepsy galore. If the title of the next episode or if the last episode has epilepsy in it again, then that's it. That's what it is. But it's gonna flash the entire planet somehow. Seems unlikely, but if it does, it's gonna flash everything, and everyone will lose their worst pain so that they can move into a happier future. It seemed she was saying that directly to Angela in that with that glass thing she was watching in that video, and she was saying how that's what it sounds like to me. That's about all I got. Some crazy stuff going on. Okay, I don't need to tell you guys that it's insane. It's so crazy. It drives it. I start to wonder if it's gonna hold together. So we'll see where this goes, because it seems like it's really going crazy now. Elephants and mind control. What is Lady Chu doing? Ozymandias fighting in court, and Big Blue Man is in a black dude's body. Oh yeah, and so she frees him at the end. So we're gonna be seeing Dr. Manhattan. Oh my goodness, I'm very excited to see that. What else was there? I think I got everything. Oh, now I really want to watch it. Let's just go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm out of things to say. Let's go. Let's watch. At this point, I don't know if I'm making any theories. I'm going for the ride. But I can't believe this may be a one and done series. We might not see any more of this, so we better try to take it all in before the reveal happens, man. I know this story still got a couple of twists against that haven't been revealed yet. I can just feel it. Put on a mask for himself. A guy walks into a bar. A bar. I get it. Oh my gosh, because there's other people wearing blue.
So who at the precinct told you to come over here?
I haven't spoken to anyone at the precinct.
Then who told you about my parents?
Is it still Cal playing the
I
blue
did
man?
And then I bring them a place in which to live.
Oh, naked
A
ass.
manor house.
All at the same time. You're talking to me here, and you're creating life on a moon of Jupiter, and you're growing up at a manor in the English countryside?
There, in the darkness of a closet, I have no idea what I'm seeing or hearing.
Oh my gosh. So it's all people from his
Hello,
past.
John. Hello.
Might we talk to John in private? We were creating a life.
You see, we had a son. He fell ill and died. John, this is for you.
It's a book. Holy.
Make it your purpose to create something beautiful.
Oh.
Will you do that for us, John? All right.
I made Adam and Eve, not in my own image, but in theirs.
So, there's no moment
Moment?
when you realize, oh shit, I'm in love. I hate Dr. Manhattan.
I was trying to be what people wanted me to be. A savior. I tried to do the right thing, and if it's any consolation, I do regret it.
So why do it anyway?
Haven't you ever done anything you knew you were going to regret? Then will you have dinner with me tomorrow night?
But eventually we're gonna have to go out. In public.
Oh, wow. He actually.
No family to pay for an autopsy, so
Ashes over Saigon.
you forgot your thing?
I'm going to forget so much more.
How long are we together?
10 years,
How does it end?
tragically. But in 6 months, it's the reason you're telling me to leave.
He's incapable of being in the present. And he's unhappy. With the paradise.
Nice to see you again, John.
Still fabricating alien incursions, I see.
They're getting complacent to it.
How do you know I was on Europa?
A little elephant told me. What's her name?
Angela. I told her who I was the moment I met her.
She knows who you are. So, you don't just want to look like a mortal.
So maybe it was
You want to be one.
so maybe it was his idea.
And how long would it take for you to make this device?
Oh, my dear sweet John.
I already have it.
I made it 30 years ago. Ignored. Will I live to see my utopia?
Yes. But not here.
Yeah, but lacking any human.
Beings who are designed to care for others
Lacking
instead of themselves. I did it on Europa. Devoid of conflict. Their love is infinite, which is the very reason it's so unsatisfying. Would you like me to send you there, Adrian?
But then you got. Then now he was unable to leave. Very quick.
How do you know it's gonna work?
I don't. That's what makes it a risk.
Do we have any kids?
Yes, 3, a boy and 2 girls.
Are they like half gods?
I would never pass my abilities on to someone without their consent. I would transfer my atomic components into some sort of organic material.
Because he
There's
lost
a period of time
he lost
I
the limit.
cannot see.
10 years, huh? Then tragedy? But you're not gonna tell me what happens.
I won't.
I love you.
Push into your head.
I love you too.
Wow. Well, I want to see how
Hey,
they.
baby.
What made her actually decide to go on with him?
We're in fucking trouble. Are you okay?
It still looks like Cal.
They know who you are.
He's luminescently blue.
And they're coming to hurt you. You still have his face.
Yeah. Okay. I
John.
thought it was crazy.
Would you excuse me for a moment, please?
There's a blue man on our swimming pool. Look.
He looks like Cal.
That's because he is.
Oh shit.
Get the fuck up off the pool and tell me where they are right now.
You need to see me on the pool. It's important for later.
This
They're with
shirt-
your grandfather.
What?
It's all right. Your grandfather was expecting them.
When did you talk to my grandfather?
Mr. Reeves, hello. You may know me better as Dr. Manhattan.
That reaction.
Yeah.
He's not gonna ask why you dressed, why you look like that.
Aren't you supposed to be blue?
So he already knew.
She doesn't even know I exist.
That is because you choose to let her be ignorant to your existence.
Oh, she don't want me in her life.
She does.
What the fuck do you know?
I know the moment I first see her, I sense profound emptiness. I know because she says over and over again that she doesn't want a family, yet it is clear through her actions that it is all that she wants.
You're talking with him right now?
Relatively, yes.
You talking to her right now?
Relatively, yes.
Can you ask him something? Ask him, how did he know Judd Crawford was a part of
Freaking
Cyclops?
communication device.
Ask him, how did he know there was a fucking Klan robe hidden in his closet?
Oh, that's so cool.
Who's Judd Crawford?
He said he doesn't know who Judd Crawford is. But he does now.
No shit. Did I start all this? Did I send my grandfather here? Is this my fault? You're confused.
Shit.
Isn't it a good thing that Judd Crawford is dead?
She put it in his.
Does it matter whether I'm hungry?
So he put. Oh my gosh.
What the hell are you doing?
Fuck
We
your
don't
ass.
have time for this. I woke you up because the cavalry knows who you are and they are coming for you. So stop fucking around.
They're already here. We can't stop them. There's nothing we can do.
There's something I can do. What?
In the bar the night we met, you asked me about the moment I fell in love with you.
It was this.
This is the moment.
Now?
No, I've always been in love with you. My perception of time.
Yeah, I get it. You stay here while I save your life.
Oh wow, another freaking. Whoa. Okay, she can't stop all of them. Why don't you teleport out? My God. Oh no. It's gonna be. Oh shit.
We win. You were wrong.
No, Angela,
It's still gonna happen.
What?
I'm sorry.
I can't keep calm. Hey, John. It was really nice talking to you. But I cannot get serious with someone if I know it's just gonna end in tragedy.
By definition, don't all relationships end in tragedy?
Yeah? Guess you have a point.
And will you have dinner with me tomorrow night?
Fuck it. Why not?
That's right. Is there anything at the end? Credits? Oh, there's something. There's something. I thought I heard something about that.
Will you stay, Master?
Well,
Squish, squish, what's that?
will you stay, Master?
Will you stay, Master?
No.
So who the hell is he? Oh my gosh, it's still going. A freaking cake. 6 years? What?
Would you like me to get you another book? No, I like this one. It's about loneliness.
I understand loneliness.
Because your big blue daddy left to get a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
I was the very first to emerge from the water. Why is heaven not enough?
This is not my home. Heaven is not enough because heaven doesn't need me.
It took him all this time to realize he enjoyed the fight. I understand that. Please let there be something inside of it. It is 7, right? There's 7 candles. Is it a knife? Is it a horseshoe? It's a horseshoe. A horseshoe. Never seen someone so happy to see a horseshoe. What? Oh my gosh! You know what I love about the show? I it stimulates parts of your brain that I don't think any other show is doing right now. Maybe ever has. I feel I feel I feel smarter. I feel like it's like enjoying a gourmet meal versus a microwave dinner. Although I like microwave dinners. You know, nothing beats having one like sashimi or something, some kind of fresh, perfectly prepared, expensive meal from a expert chef. I don't know. Uh, it's something like that. Did you feel fuller? I don't know. But the show stimulates parts of my brain that other shows aren't doing, and it's hard to enjoy anything simpler now when you see something like this, and how it's all coming together in such a satisfying way. Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe it. There's only one more episode. There's only one more episode. That was a beautiful love story between Angela and John or Cal. That was beautiful. He falls in love with her. I love the whole back and forth thing. I saw that in Doomsday Clock. Very much reminds me of that, the comic. All that stuff is just that's the exact same what you expect of Doctor Manhattan. And I love how they kind of use that to play the whole story. I kind of had a feeling that we were going to see the end of that first conversation at the end. You know what I mean? We start in the beginning and we end in the beginning as well. Because it's kind of being told through his point of view, sort of. So we're seeing, he sees all those. I just love, I love that he saw the future in the past, so to speak. You know what I mean? That was really cool. I mean, he falls in love with her in the last event they have, which will connect back to the first event they had. And he goes to see her. It's so weird, but it's something that only he can. It's hard to understand if you're not Dr. Manhattan. That's what it is. Otherwise, it's beautiful. I don't understand how he did. How did he not know what? He seemed generally confused when he went to Adrian. How did he not know already what was going to happen there? Because all that happened before he lost his memory. I guess some things can be changed. Not everything is set in stone or something. And I think what from what I got from it, Dr. Manhattan can't see past his imagination. He lacks imagination, so he sees things in a linear series of events. But there are certain parts that he cannot understand, and love was one of those. He couldn't quite conceive of how to understand it. I don't know, and there are parts of him that still get confused, and when he's confused, he went to see Adrian. It sounded like to me that all that stuff. But he does eventually see that in his head. He does see it in his head, so it's weird. He did see all that. Why is he standing in front of the machine then? If he already knew it was gonna hit him, why not just teleport out of there? I guess because he couldn't do it because he was protecting her. So she goes out to protect him, and that's what leads him to protect her. And so he gets shot with it, not her, and then he gets sucked in. So why not tell her that in the first place? Tell her that, I guess because she wasn't going to stand around and not do anything. I don't know. Seems like they could have teleported out of there together. That's why he took the kids out, though. I get that. Oh, but that mind-blowing moment when you find out that she planted the idea in his head. It's crazy. So I think that means that Judd might not, because Judd never said he was Cyclops. Judd never said that, but somebody put the idea in Will's head. That's crazy. It was actually Angela herself. Oh my gosh! In the next episode, they actually started all this 10 years ago. He goes to the grandfather, right? And we got this right. To the grandfather, and said that shit that she asked him to say, which was about the. How did you know that Judd Crawford was Cyclops? And that's what got him going crazy. Right. And then 10 years, and then what? A few years later, he comes to get them. He comes to find her there, so he can take them out or something, right? Oh wait, I got something in my pocket. I just feel like I had some snacks. Damn it, I could have ate these jellies. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so much to process. So she realized that she's the one who got it in his head, but that doesn't explain what the Seventh Cavalry is doing. I don't know. I don't know where they're going with that. We got a lot of Adrian this episode. It was so good. Every time the original Watchmen are on the screen together in some fashion, it's so good. I love seeing Adrian's castle, all the stuff he has, his kingdom, you know, and I love watching the two of them interact. Him and John. And it was so cool because I think we got to see more of the Ozymandias we recognize. Because in the other world, we're seeing him all afraid and, you know, dismayed and frustrated. I think what we're seeing here is we're seeing there or here in that place. We're seeing him before all that, right? And he talks about. I mean, I love how he can. He's the only person who can almost understand John, because he's so smart. He understands how John's ability works, and he's always don't underestimate him, because the problem with John is he's very predictable. Even though you can see the future, it makes him because he knows what's gonna happen. It makes him predictable in a very strange way. I feel like that's something that Ozymandias would probably say. I love how he actually created that whole memory thing 30 years ago, because it wasn't too far-fetched of an idea. Why don't I just make him a racist memory? Surely he must have thought of it, and he did. I love that he did think of it. He thought of all this years ago. I mean, 30 years ago, John. Whatever that was. 30 years ago. It was so cool. So, okay. I could just repeat the whole story over and over again. Right. Okay. So John has now been taken by the 7th Cavalry, with Joey Keane in charge. Looks like Blake is already there. That is Laurie. She's already there at the headquarters. I thought that was underneath the house, but it's actually it's that warehouse, right? So mistake there. So she's already there, and I'm pretty sure that Wade, right? Looking Glass is already there too. He's undercover. I thought he was gonna save Angela, but I guess not. Angela knows where to go. I'm sure she'll figure out where to go. The kids are probably gonna be not in the episode to the end somewhere. We got Lady True, and we got all the pieces are being set. The stage is being set. Oops. We got Lady True. Mm-hmm.
People who wear masks are driven by trauma. They're obsessed with justice.
We got Lady True and Will doing their thing. And so the kids are with him. Okay? And then we have Ozymandias who's able to who was released from he's going to be released from his prison. He finally gained the horseshoe and using it. Oh, and I can't wait to watch the reactions for this. Shout out to Hatful of reactions. I like hers. She loves the whole Ozymandias stuff, and I remember she was talking about the cake. Anyway, she don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. I can't wait to see what she has to say to that. She's gonna love it. There was so much Ozymandias in this episode, and I was just lucky that I skimmed over the credit scenes because I had a feeling I had heard something about an end credit sequence, and I'm so glad I kept it down. There's a whole scene. There's like 2 scenes. Ah, God, and there's the whole thing about that. Oh, it's so nuts. So Ozymandias is about to get out, and I don't know who's supposed to save him, but we got that going on. he's gonna definitely be finally meeting up with everybody else by the last episode. Only thing I don't know about is if are we gonna ever see our man? We're gonna see what his name? The owl dude. I hope we get to see him, but I don't know because he wasn't really built in this season at all. So maybe not. Apparently Captain Metropolis died, and he died some time ago. That's too bad because they picked the perfect guy to betray him, but he left his house to his friend, so they were still friends. So it looks like what brought her. That's so weird. So what brought him to Tulsa was her. She started the whole thing. She let it out that he was Cyclops, but he might not have been. It might have been a misunderstanding. Oh boy, that he was Cyclops, and so he assumed there was robes in his closet, right? She came to hang him, and is she saying that the hanging was what started this whole thing? Hanging him caused Joey King to want to become a blue man? I don't know. I'm not sure. Or was that just going to happen anyway? In which case, it didn't matter whether Judd was there or not. I don't know, man. I don't know where that's going. But there's only one more episode to find out. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be so big. I'm waiting to see Ozymandias meet up with everybody. You know? Oh man, what's going to happen to John? That's what they were preparing. They were preparing to teleport him to their place. And apparently they're going to somehow convince him to give over his powers. As I understand it, right? What is the cage for then? He did state that he can give someone his powers. And Lady True and Will, what was the whole betrayal thing? I don't know. She's going to betray him. I'm still not quite sure what that is. There is so much that's going to happen in this last episode. This better be a double featured episode, man. There is so much. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it. All right. I don't really have... my thoughts are all scattered right now, so I got to go think for a while about all this. There's so much before the final episode. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait. All right. Thank you for watching. That was a long one. That was a very meaty, heavy episode. Beautiful love story of an episode, though. And it was really good. We got to know so much about John and Cal and all that stuff. I love the whole thing about 10 years that they would have this time together. He finally risked something by erasing his memories. He put himself at risk for her. That's how much he cared about her. How come he never did this for anybody else? I don't know. But he finally found someone worth... Maybe it took all these people to finally make him realize this. So did he always know about Angela even when he was with Laurie? I don't know how far... Does he see his entire life? Does anyone ever ask him, how do you die then? You know, something like that? Or do you just see the future forever? But like, then again, he's not the type of person to tell anybody that kind of stuff. So maybe he wouldn't have said anything. Too much to think about. Alright, I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching.